So moving on to our 61 kilo challenge tournament finals, Jesse Mendez in the red, and he is taking on Emilio Ysaguirre Jr. He's in the blue and black. Jesse Mendez, elite talent, both folk style and freestyle.
No doubt. Ysaguirre, no slouch, though, kind of got his breakout on the national scene when he took out Nick Bouzakis at Fargo a couple years ago. And that, Nick Bouzakis actually sitting to the best of 3 finals at this weight.
There's going to be a push-out, step-out point for Mendez. So again, Bouzakis heading to Ohio State next year, future teammate of Jesse Mendez. Could get a Buckeye battle in the finals.
It should be noted, Jesse Mendez did not compete in the junior nationals to be able to sit to the best of 3 because he was wrestling in the senior division, where he took 3rd place.
Not too bad.
Mendez, your world teamer at this weight a year ago, trying to once again make the spot. Ysaguirre warned for passivity.
Mendez hard club with the left hand, tried to follow it up with a right hand underhook. Ysaguirre ready for it. Mendez just doing a good job with the in and out action. Hands very busy. The referee is going to put Ysaguirre on the clock. So at 51 seconds left in the period, Mendez will get a point as long as he can not give up any offensive points. But Mendez doesn't just want the shot clock point, he wants the 2 also. Comes around and gets the 2 points. And again, the shot clock is still running, so he's going to pick up 1 more point in about 2 seconds. And there's his other point for the shot clock. And there's some more for some more exposure. So
right.
A lot of points in a hurry for Mendez. He's going to go for 1 more. Gonna stand him back up. So again, just the new rules this year, that shot clock doesn't go away. Keeps counting even if they're down on the mat. You know, if there's a lot of time left, they'd stand him back up and that clock would still be going. So Mendez, essentially a 3-point move, well, even more than that with the turn, but really opened up separation as he's up 6-0 with under 30 seconds to go in the first. Mendez just pulling on the back of the head. Really wears out your opponent, especially that lower back. See if you can use that to open up even more offense here in the second period.
Yeah, Mendez doing a good job of moving in period number 1. Not just his body, his hands, his feet, his hands coming from one side to the other, pulling, pushing, popping. I think Ysaguirre is just having a good time getting a solid track on Mendez.
Like you had mentioned, I mean, I think hands and feet, that combination is just so deadly. I mean, you hear coaches yell that all the time, hands and feet. A lot of guys will just move their hands, but if you're not moving your feet, you're not hand fighting as effectively as you can. And you see those, just those stutter steps. Just keeping Ysaguirre off balance. And I think that's really what, you know, makes a guy like Mendez, who's obviously, you know, high school kid, but he can compete on the senior level just because of that hard hand fight. A lot of guys that are younger, they might have the necessary wrestling skills per se, but just don't have the hand fight to be the physicality to stay with those guys. Nice little scoop. So we saw that J.O. hit that move against Rutherford last night.
No 2-2 this time,
No.
just 2.
Yeah, and I have to
For
say,
Ysaguirre.
I'm not a freestyle official, but I think that was called correctly last night. At first, I was like, what are these refs doing? But I think J.O., his arm did hit down. But we could talk about that another day. Sure, if there's anybody from Oklahoma State around, they would probably disagree. But when I first saw that, I thought it was the craziest 2-2 ever. But then when I saw the replay, I thought, I can see that. So, yeah, Mendez had him in, doing a lot of work. Really good hand fight, gets to the leg, but Ysaguirre just hooks that foot, grabs that foot, knocks him over, able to turn it into 2 points of his own.
Now, a little blood on the bridge.
Since we got more blood, I mean, what are your thoughts on that J.O. Zane Rutherford sequence? You thought it 2 J.O. only?
That was my initial thought,
Yeah.
yes. I generally defer to if it was reviewed and multiple officials who generally know more about the rules than I say that that's the call, enough to overturn, then that's probably correct, but I think I would have just scored it 2. Action back underway as we reach under 2 minutes here at 61 kilograms.
Yeah, Mendez with that in and out action. Busy hands, busy feet.
And that's how he got to the legs last time. It was in, short little out, back in deep. This time just a re-attack and a clean finish. Doesn't give Ysaguirre the opportunity to re-attack, and he's going to add on 2 more with the gut wrench. Maybe another one. Yes, he will.
And that's the match. So Mendez just really puts it away with his parterre offense. Looks at his coach, and his coach says, hey, 3 more. Which I don't actually know what that means, because he actually needs to win 2 more, but maybe it was a different 3 for something else.